Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC, we're going to talk about Ethereum, we're going to talk about Litecoin, EOS, XRP, Algo, and you name it. Okay, we're going to talk about basically most of the coins on Binance, right? So we started yesterday. So if you haven't watched the previous live stream, I'm going to put a link in the description of the previous live stream. We talked about from ADA all the way down to Loom. Okay, so now we're gonna basically start off from Loom, and we're gonna basically talk about Loom all the way down to 0x, right? But before we talk about the alt, we're gonna be basically focused on BTC at least the next 5 to 10 minutes, right? Because BTC is actually looking to break out, but we talked about it yesterday, the type of structure we could be getting in this range, right? So if you're new to our content, we're gonna basically just refresh what we talked about yesterday. So as you can see, we said we got a possible triangular formation, okay, that could play out. So downside target was like this range of 10.9, right, which is like 10.9 to roughly around like 11.1, 11.2 range, right, depending on your 6 hour 100 EMA. That's the most important, right? But the bulls, as I said, this range, it is a bull zone, it is not a bear zone. Okay, so you might be looking for a possible retracement, but price might not basically dip low, right, dip lower. All right, so as you can see, the bulls basically trying to fight very hard, right, not to retest like anywhere around like a low 11k, okay, like 11.1 and so on. But it is going to be very difficult, right, to break this triangular formation for the bulls, right? They're going to need a higher volume, as you can see right there on the lower degree, at least on Coinbase, right? That was a big sell volume. Okay, we dropped in a big sell volume, but we're going up. Volume is not picking up yet, but it doesn't mean it's not going to pick up, but it could pick up after we break this trend line right there. But as of now, we're not seeing like a high increase in volume, right, at least on the 6 hour time frame. So let's see within the next 12 hours, right, 6 to 12 hours, the next 2 6 hour candles, if like the bull's gonna be strong enough to break this trend. Okay, so the next setup excuse me, the next setup we were looking for was like the bulls, okay, could try to make a regular flat correction, okay, drop down, push back up, and drop all the way down. It doesn't have to retest the low. So that's what I was trying to say yesterday, and I was like, BTC sometimes, okay, it likes to basically make a high lows. All right, so sometimes you just don't know, like really you just basically using your moving averages, because price can get bought up very, very quickly, and we're not even going to retest like 10.5. You see what I'm saying? So bulls most likely going to be trying to buy everything in this range, accumulate as much as they can, right? So if you're pretty much bearish, right, you gotta avoid like shorting in this range. Okay, you want to short like, let's say 12k, at least 11.9 to 12.1. But if you try to short anywhere below like 11.8, you could be in trouble. Okay, you could be in trouble, because like I said, we got a triangular formation at the same time, right, that could break out. We got this triangular formation at the same time. We could basically make this flat correction in white, and at the same time, right, this trend line, you can change it later on and make it a wedge right there. So you gotta be able to be ready for all of these setups. Okay, it is only 3 of them you can get as of now, right? Only 3 setups, right, unless another one I'm not seeing right now. But just keep that in mind. This move, even though it is pushing to the upside, if you bearish, either you want to short at 11.9 to 12.1, or just follow this trend line up to like a 12.3, 12.4, and then you start shorting and wait for the wedge. Because if like we're gonna get a wedge, right, you could easily anticipate this move. I've seen this move before, right? Do you guys remember this structure? If like I go back in last year, I think like 9k area, 5k area, right? You see, we got the same structure right there. All right, same structure. I think I showed you like the same exact structure like a couple of Saturdays ago when we dropped down like from like a 11 from like a 12k to a 10.5, right? And I was like, pay attention to this move, right? As you can see right there, we pushed it upside, we dropped down. I was very bullish right there. Okay, I was very, very, very bullish. So we could be, okay, we could possibly not even gonna drop back down to like 11k. We could possibly, okay. So pay clear attention to possible, a possible break above like a 12.1, right? And a flat possible another small correction above it. That's also very possible. So either way you look at it, we in a bull zone, right? We got this correction last year. That's the correction I'm trying to show you, like in terms of like a wedge, right? This one, okay, some sort of basically parallel channel, and then we dip down, okay? Because one of the why I remember this structure, right? I was very bullish, okay, and I made a live stream and I said BTC is extremely bullish, right? And right after the live stream, BTC dropped 10%. So people were like, man, you're saying BTC is extremely bullish, and right after your live stream we dumped 10%. So we got two exact same structure right there. We could possibly be making this one and that one. Okay, this one is already pretty much like very, very possible to make this one. At the same time, it is also very possible to make this structure. So if we go back to our analysis, it is a bull zone. Okay, so it is a bull zone. So either you buy the dip or you just accumulate in this range. Okay, just accumulate in this range. Even if it dips down like to 10.5, you're still bullish. You don't have to worry about like being bearish even below 11k. Okay, all three setups are pretty much bullish. So you're gonna be like, saying you've been bearish for so long. Right now you're just showing me like some bullish setup, right? So but let's take a look at it, right? That's a bullish setup. However, if we break this range, okay, I'm gonna bring polar bear back. Okay, polar bear gonna be back. Okay, so we break this range with a good volume, close below it, that's it. Okay, we can jump back above it, right? Even if like we break this range, this wedge, right, pump back up, we can do that, but it is still going to be like a bear zone, anywhere around this level, right? Below it, I know most people are waiting for 96 and so on, right? It is still going to be a bear zone until we basically break above it again. So if you bearish, you just don't have much of a chance right now. You just want to wait, unless you want to be a fake bull. Okay, you can be a fake bull, right? Like I'm a fake bull right now, right? So you can be a fake bull, right? And buy and take a long and trying to strategize how you can basically join the crowd in this range until you basically hit your strong momentum area for the bears. Okay, this zone is a strong momentum area for the bears. Anything else, okay, this zone, I mean, it is so strong. Okay, I know you're gonna be like, oh, you're following the crowd. It's not following the crowd, guys. It is it is just what it is. Okay, it is just what it is, right? Until we break below 10.5, we bears don't have much of a chance right now. Okay, they don't have much of a chance. They just have to wait until like the crowd basically change mind, and we're gonna get a big like a 15 to 20% drop, and then you're gonna be like, bang, that's it. I know, that's what I was waiting for, and we got it. It is time to start looking for some short entry, right? So let me take a look at the chat room. I've been talking for like 15 minutes and haven't even taken a look at the chat room, see if the sound is good. So somebody said so if you basically follow our public Telegram group, I'll give you guys last night, less than before like 8 hours before the coins pump, right? I said guys, 4 alts to buy right now. Okay, right now, it was like Algo, RDN, Wave, Storage, QLC, 5 coins. Okay, all of them pumped except one, QLC. Okay, and I was studying it last night. I studied the market around the clock. Okay, so I found like a very, very, very good pattern, and I was like, okay, they're gonna pump. It's no way like they're not going to pump, right? And if you take a look at algo pump to my target of 6,000 in our premium. Okay, 6,000 to basically 6,400 is first target, and second target is almost like up to 8,000. Okay, so but we hit first target on the dot. So if you entered algo when we send it like back in, a few weeks back, we talked about it, 2,000 range, okay, 2,500 range to 24, you sold at 6,000. That's over like 150%, right? Something like that, right? So wave, we talk about it, wave, like when waves was like 13,000 guys, and I was like, if we break 17,000, it is going to be moonshot, okay? So storage, I told you guys, I'm going to show you all of this stuff, but I just have to say it before I forget, right? Storage, I said it, buy below 2,000, and it's not even like breaking out yet. It is just like it is just warming up. So, but storage, I told you about storage and Syscoin. I told you like when they break out, they don't give you any chance to like even think. Okay, they're just gonna blast off like like crazy, right? So the next one going to be like RDN, it already broke out like 40%, something like that. Okay, QLC is the last one. Okay, it's gonna break out. All right, it's gonna break out. It's just a matter of time. So it is one of the coin you want to be basically accumulating, right? So not financial advice. So in case it dump like 50%, you're gonna be like, oh, send crypto dumped it on me. I'm just joking, but market is crazy. All right, so you gotta take those dumps sometime. So hey, what's up, Ash in the house, T-Dog in the house. 13.5, somebody got a target at 13.5. So let's see. Okay, let's see. It looks good. If you're looking for 13k, I think like this range is still like too early in the game. No need to rush. Okay, I don't have a position on BTC right now. We took a short entry right there, 11.5 to 11.6, a short scalp, and took it all the way down to like 11.3. And I was like, I didn't even look. I wasn't even paying attention to BTC. I was just working on my alt, right? Because alt pumping 40-50%. I really don't want to be rushing on BTC like for a 2% pump, maximum 4.5% pump, right? So I really did not want to basically jump in unless you're doing 10-20x, right? You're gonna you're rushing into taking a position, right? But alt pumping like 50%, 40%, 20%, 30% in like 24 hours. All our alt, right? I sent last night, so I'm not really in no position right now, right? So we're still in a bull zone, so I got plenty of time to buy and basically long, right? So let's take a look at Ethereum now. So Ethereum basically broke out. So Ethereum bulls did something incredible, right? Something very incredible, right? So Ethereum, I was looking for Ethereum to come back down right there, right? I know a crit in our group asked, he was looking to long Ethereum, and I was like, okay, if like we can dip down to basically, I think like 372 to 368. It didn't even basically drop down. It dropped down to 377. Okay, so now it is giving us this moonshot. Okay, it could be landing very soon, but it doesn't look like it's going to be landing, right? So you take a look at the volume. A good indication like it might be pumping to our next target of 485, right? It's like this volume prior to the pump was very low, very got a nice support from the 211 EMA 6 hour, and basically just moonshot, right? So if you're bullish on Ethereum, okay, Ethereum can pump without BTC as of now, right? It can. Best thing to do, just put a stop loss below this 6 hour engulfing candle, okay? If you got, if price dip down, like, if you're gonna get rejected and price going to dip down right there at 390, it's nothing you can do. It's nothing you can do. You at least protect it yourself, right? So I know it is a big stop. So if you're doing high leverage, you're not going to be able to do it because market is very, very volatile. So you got to be able to avoid the high leverage. If you're just buying regularly, you're going to be okay, putting your stop right there. All right. So, and you're not going to worry too much about any wicks on the lower degree, because 15 minutes, right, we can dip down to like right there, just about like a 408, right, to 405. That's a nice entry if you're looking for a long, right, and then put it just about like a 39. So, but let's see, it is a live analysis, so let's see how it is going to play out. I don't have a position for Ethereum right now, so I'm just giving you a live analysis, right, because alt are doing great, so no need to rush for any leverage entry, right? So let's take a look at Ethereum on a higher time frame. So Ethereum higher time frame looks great. Okay, so even if we drop down, it's nothing you can do. It could be a fake out. Like I said, Ethereum, you want to wait for the second crossover, right? Wait for the second one, but this one is pretty strong. So on a daily basis, we're not even like getting any basically bullish crossover yet, and price is basically pushing to the upside. So you want to be careful. Okay, it doesn't mean you're not going to get it. You can get it because we got a big engulfing candle, but MACD is not crossing bullish yet. So what does it mean? Okay, it just means, right, it means you just have to be cautious. Okay, be careful, put a stop loss, and if like we get a fake out, you're gonna be like, okay, at least I got myself out of trouble and my stop loss got hit, so I'm out. I'm gonna look for the next trade, right? But if we keep going to the upside, like our next basically target for Ethereum, right, for the bulls, right, it is going to be right there. We talk about this move like 485 to 500 range. You gotta remember when my stop loss got hit first, right, we said our first target going to be right there. Okay, 365 to 375, right? So after that, we're going to be looking for this range. Okay, it is most likely going to get stopped right there, right? It doesn't mean it's not going to break it, but what I'm saying is we're going to take a break right there, most likely. Okay, 485 to a 500 range if like we keep pumping to the upside, right? So if you're bullish, all you have to do is just put a stop loss, right? If you're bearish, you don't want to do anything right now. Just be a fake bull or be neutral. Okay, that's your zone right there. For if you're a bear, right, that's your zone right there. Okay, your ladder position from 475 all the way up to 505. You just put your short accumulated, right? Low leverage, and wait for the next few hours, few days, and you're gonna get a nice drop all the way down to 450 or so on, right? So yeah, I mean that's the best strategy. Okay, BTC does not, I mean, I'm not saying BTC doesn't pump 50% in one day, but the chance of BTC pumping 50% in one day, you're not going to get it every single day, right? But alt, if you study the market, carefully, right? I'm not saying all your alt are going to pump at the same time, but sometimes, you can find a good trend like I did yesterday. As soon as I saw the trend, I was talking to somebody in the group, right? And we were discussing regarding what alt to look for to a breakout, like for the next 24 hours, right? And I was like, okay, hold on a second, all these alt I'm looking at right now, they got something in common. What? Okay, I'm gonna show you that. I don't want to basically tell you right now, okay, but I'm gonna show you what I found and why it was so interesting, right? So before all those alt pump like 40, 50%, right? So, and those alt, they already pump like 10%, like algo pump like even 10%, 15%, but I was still saying it is a strong buy. Wave pump to our target of 19,000, and I was like, it is a strong buy. We just hit our first target, but it is still a good buy. Okay, all the way up to 30,000. We hit we hit 30,000 on the dot, right? So yeah, so just accumulate BTC through alt. Don't worry about alt prices in dollar. It's just, I mean, I think alt prices in dollar is just noise. As long as BTC is going up, you should not worry about alt prices in dollar. Okay, you should not worry, like, you know, because BTC is going, like, you bullish on BTC. Why worry about like alt prices in dollar? You just worry about alt basically going up with BTC, right? So you're not losing BTCs, right? You're not losing sats, not BTC, right? So yeah, same thing, losing BTC. So Ethereum, just to summarize it, 485. Okay, but you're gonna be like, oh Sen, what's gonna happen, you know, what's gonna happen if we basically pump to 500? Your target was like max 400, right? But we pump into 500. In this market, you cannot be like, you know, market is so volatile. So 20% pump, I think it is pretty much normal for high volatility market like crypto. All right, so you take a look at it from swing high to swing low, right? We just about hit 0.618 also. Okay, so our range of 475, right, to 505, it is going to be a bear territory. So just suck it up, right? If you're bullish, you just have to suck it up, take profits, right? If not, they're gonna strike. Okay, just like Moon Boys Law 0.618, bear's been suffering since like March. They're not gonna let this one go. They let like 50% go right there. They're not gonna let this one go. They're gonna make, you know, they're gonna basically you know, create some damages right there for the bulls. So just keep that in mind. All right, so I'm bullish on Ethereum from 400 all the way up to 500. Okay, I'm bullish on Ethereum, so I would not be selling any at this range. Okay, all right, so so now we're going to talk about alt. Okay, so I'm going to show you basically what I found yesterday before I send you guys both in public and private group, right? So we're going to talk about first thing first, algo. Okay, so you guys are going to be tired of me talking about algo, right? So algo 6,000 was target, right? 6,000 to 6,400. We basically hit that target, which is like the support level of this you know, correction, right? We hit it, right? 6,000 on the dot, guy. I was looking for 6,000 to 6,400. Next one going to be almost like 8,000. Okay, 7,500 to 8,000 rank. Are we gonna hit it? Most likely it will hit it. Okay, so but are we gonna do it like this week, next week? I don't know. I just don't do time analysis. It can basically even like make a bull flag right there for the next few weeks before pumping. So if you're not patient enough, you know, just hold it, forget it, and wait for 8,000, 7,000 to 8,000. We already hit 6,000, so no need to basically be in rush. Okay, so what I found yesterday was, like I said it multiple times, right? One of the reasons why I love the 3-day chart is like it's clean. Okay, clean, no noise, nothing. Okay, clean. You take a look at, you know, the 100 EMA red line, right? Double tap above it. Okay, and I said it, whenever we pump above the 100 EMA, you know, momentum basically starts to increase. Okay, so, and I was like, okay, we double tap above it, we most likely gonna break it this time. Most likely gonna break it, because I've seen it multiple times, right? From Blue Zell, I showed you Blue Zell when we basically pumped like to, I think 400, dropped down to 277, 250, and that sucker just blasted up to like a 1,000 and something like that, right? So same thing, algo. So I'm gonna show you next one, going to be RDN. Okay, RDN BTC, right? RDN. So you take a look at RDN, right? I'm still in RDN. So RDN, you take a look at it. We were above the 100 EMA. First thing first, right? Second of all, we basically got the 200 EMA crossing bullish, beautiful support. Okay, and I was like, okay, I'm not gonna basically let this one go without basically warning my people, right? And I was like, guys, beautiful reversal candle right there. Price is above the 100 EMA. We were supposed to keep going up, but what happened like late July was like we got a dump. So RDN, you know, our RDN was like I sent a signal like back in like I think before the dump, okay, I think that was like 3100. Okay, I was like, this was target, right? As soon as I basically said we're gonna pump, right, this sucker dumped down to the 21 EMA, say send, we're not gonna pump. So RDN is very, very strong right now. I think it has done everything, okay? And on top of that, RDN got a double correction. What I mean about a double correction, right? You cannot see it on the 3-day chart, right? You just have to do it on the daily. If you take a look at it on a daily basis, RDN got this correction move, right? Like that's the same correction BTC is making right now, right? And pump to the upside, right? That's the first correction. And you move to the 3-day chart, right? We made another correction, which is basically this move, right? This correction itself, right? It is one correction. You pump to the upside and you drop again. So you got this move itself, right? So you got two corrections. You got this one and a bigger one. So I was expecting a very, very big move from RDN, and it basically proves me right? So as you can see, we pumped from like low 3,000 all the way up to like 4,200, and we possibly going to be pumping to 45 to basically 4,700, right? So RDN, talked about it long time ago. If you go back, check our June prices, right? Not June update. You can see, like I said, it RDN was looking very good. Okay, I said it back in June when it was like 1,300. Okay, it is almost like 4x from the bottom right there, like May bottom. So you gotta find a very strong evidence, right, to jump in right now, because I don't like to jump in like after prices pump. Even if prices pump like 10%, sometimes I don't like to jump in, right? But sometimes you don't have no choice, because the coin might pump, or not might, but the coin going to pump like 50%, right? So you just jump in, right? Just jump in, especially if you're already holding it, right? You just add more position. That's all you do. Okay, add more position. Hey, what's up, Ash in the house? Alonzo. So we're gonna talk about all of those coins. So next one we're gonna talk about is waves, right? Let's go ahead and take a look at waves before I forget. So waves BTC, right? So waves, you see waves, I sent it long time ago. I was like, waves, okay, it is kind of like we got very few coins like wave, okay? So the only thing similar to wave, I think, is QDM a little bit, okay? QDM is kind of similar to wave, all right? So in terms of just this range, okay? But this one, I think only Aeon is making the same pattern right now with this big flatty correction right here. This one right there, okay? Kind of weird correction, but it is a correction, okay? It is just gonna blast off. It just, oh man, look at it, right? Look at it. So we sent wave signal like long time ago when waves was right there, 1,300 guys. So all the way up to 3,000, all right? So that was like less than a month, okay? You basically double your month, right? Less than a month, which is pretty good, okay? So you take a look at wave, similar to algo, double tap right there, okay, above the 100 EMA, and we just about to get this crossover on the 3-day. So wave is still very strong, especially wave dollar, right? So if BTC pumps, wave most likely going to be staying in this range, okay? So I don't have another upside target as of now, right? At the moment, we just have to wait for the next few hours, few days. But if you already took some profit, you just have to basically sit tight. You don't have to even do anything, okay? Just like I said about QLC, right? So let's take a look at storage, right? So we're going to take a look at VChain. We're going to take a look at OMG and all of them. So it is going to be on alphabetical order after we basically talk about these special coins we basically sent last night. Okay, look at basically storage. Okay, you guys know I was very bullish on storage before the dump. You guys know that. Okay, storage and what, PIVX. I was very bullish on these two coins, right? So before the dump I was still bullish. I was like, guys, don't sell. Okay, just hold on, right? We're gonna pump, believe me, we're gonna pump, right? So as you can see, we're not even at target yet. Okay, and entry was like, I was saying, but I didn't even give a target. I just said buy below 2000 because I knew, okay, we could possibly dump and get a three-way move right there, right? This three-way move correction right there, and basically we're just gonna keep going. Okay, even if you expect like a 1-to-1 extension, we're not even there yet. 1-to-1 extension gonna take you just about 27, which is our target, right there. I don't know why I got this green box right there, but 27 is right there, just about 1-to-1 extension. But one thing you gotta be aware of storage, right, is like it can give you 100% move in one day. So I wouldn't be greedy taking like selling everything at, in this range. I would, you would just like take profits. If you already entered like below, let's say you entered at 1800, okay, 1900, because when I sent it, it was like 1900. We already like 30% up. It is most likely gonna hit like 45% up. You just close 50% of it and let the rest go. Because we got some upside target up to 4200 and all the way up to even 8000, right? So you just have to hold on to it over the next few weeks, few months. Okay, it's gonna be very juicy, right? Storage. So finally, we're gonna talk about QLC. So QLC, QCL, not QLC, QLC. No, QLC, sorry, QLC, BTC. Why it's doing me like that? It's only 4Q on Binance. It is QDM, QKC, QSP. It's only 4 Qs. So, but QSP, QKC, right? They all like got the same pattern. All the Qs, they got the same pattern. It's only 4 of them on Binance, so easy to remember. Easy to remember them, right? I used to call them the 3 Qs, right? QKC, QLC, right? And QSP. But now, I was like, oh, QDM is part of it too, right? So QDM is about to blast off too, man. Oh my gosh. So QDM looks so good, man. Just like Algo. I don't want to speculate on it right now, right? Because QDM entry is like 1800, 19,000, 18,000, right? And it is gonna blast off all the way up to 6,000 sats. So which is like another almost like 150% move coming, right? Almost like 150% move from QDM versus BTC, not even versus a dollar. So the next one going to be QLC. So QLC, you take a look at it, right? We already got a target for it, right? Already got a target for it. So it is just about like, it broke this accumulation range, pumped it upside to like almost 400, just like what? You guys remember Blue Zell, right? Keep saying it, Blue Zell 400 to where? 270. This one pumped from 400 to 200. That's 50% drop. Now it's almost like, another 50% up, right? So we're looking for this move. It's coming. It's coming, guys. Above the 100 EMA, bullish crossover. You confirm it with the, with your 6 hour. Got a different pattern on the 6 hour, right? Unlike the rest of the coins, right? So I'm bullish on it. So let's see, okay, if like we're gonna get this one. That's the last one, right? That's the last one, QLC. So now let's go ahead and talk about Loom once again, right? And then we're gonna take a look at it in alphabetical orders, the rest of the crypto, right? All the way down to 0x. It's already 45 minutes of streaming, right? So it goes fast. So if you're not buying Loom right now, you're most likely going to miss the biggest pump, right? after algo and all of that good stuff, right? Just Loom, right? You know, you take a look at Loom, it is gonna, I would say like within the next few hours. I'm not, you know, I don't know, but we already got a clean correction on a lower degree, this one. Okay, we already got this correction. We pumped upside, we dropped down. We just need to break this level of basically 230, and next level to look for is going to be almost 300. So 230 to 280 from current price, just from current price, you're looking at a 30% pump, and most people are going to start selling, but it is just going to be the beginning of the big move. Okay, after 30% pump, you're going to be like, why would I buy now? You know, just like algo, most people sold that way, you know, 3,700, 3,500 range, right? So it pumped all the way up to 6,000. So the first 30% pump is nothing to tell you, hey, I'm ready. Okay, buckle up. So, but what we're gonna get if we pump all the way up to basically just about like 300, it is going to be very challenging, right? Because we're not going to be above the 100 EMA. Okay, we're not going to be above it. So one thing we got to do, we got to be able to close above 300. Yep. So buying it now might be aggressive, so you just got to be aware. Okay, I'm very bullish on Loom, very bullish on Loom, like not even just bullish, right? I'm extremely bullish on it. But one thing you got to remember is, like, if it fails, right, just like you know, talk about algo, it can drop right there to give us another shot. So you got to be aware of it, right? You got to be aware of the bearish, possible bearish setup. So if you basically want to, I mean, I'm not telling you what to do, I'm talking to myself, right? So but I said the same thing regarding algo, but algo did prove me right? So, and pump nicely. So, but since market is bullish, right, we can expect like Loom to go with the rest of the market and just follow algo, okay, and CMT and all of them. Okay, they got the same structure. Okay, and we can basically look for 600. So if it drops back down and make a new lows, okay, right there, just about 100 to 150, it is going to be a steal. Like I would basically be 90% in Loom and only 10% like in other alt, right? But let's see. Okay, let's see. Hopefully it's not going to be like that, but if if we drop, it is still going to be very bullish, not just bullish, but very bullish, right? So I'm not saying long term. Okay, I'm not doing any fundamental analysis. Okay, I'm not doing any FA. All I'm doing is just showing you, okay, what I think, okay, could happen, okay, and what I'm doing, right? But I'm not saying buy Loom for the next 10 years or like 20 years or even 5 years or 3 years. All I'm saying is this range right at this 40 wedge, it is going to break out, and I got an upside target all the way up to 600. So if it drops all the way down here to that, that's a 500x, 6x, not 500x, right? 6x, 500% move. If we pump right now, it is still okay, right? We're still gonna get our, roughly 200%, right? I would love to get 500, right? But I know most moon boys, they don't want to hear that, right? They want to be like, oh man, let's just pump and then we're gonna take a look at the next one, right? So, but alto dumping always a great opportunity to buy. That's what you need to remember, right? So, but let's see how it plays out. Okay, let's just break 300 and then we can basically go to the moon after that, right? So dang, hey, what's up? So let's see if we're gonna get this one, because one thing you gotta remember, I started speculating about Loom, about algo back in June, right? June, okay, July, August. It took us like almost 60 days to break out. So let's say Loom gonna take us another 60 days. I'm not saying it will, but what I'm saying is, okay, if we lose this momentum, we're just gonna have to wait till basically not even September, because September we could be bottoming late September after the BC dump, right? October, right? No, let's say November, December, we could be breaking out like somewhere around like January or like February next year. If like we're just gonna follow the same exact trend line like this, okay, same exact gap, in between the tops, right? So it could take us like another 4 months, 5 months, right? So we just have to basically be aware of it. I know I'm talking about it and most of you guys are gonna be like, oh, we're gonna go to the moon, right? But be aware of it, all right? Be aware of the downside. So like now let's move on. It's enough talking about Loom, right? So let's go. What's the next icon now? Did you buy some icon yesterday? So LRC already pumping. So LRC we talked about like regarding retesting the top right there. So it is going back up to the top. So let's see. It already got this correction, so it is very bullish. So I would just look at it as a correction. So we most likely gonna break the top. If we break the top, you know what to look for. Excuse me, you know what to look for. You got target up to like 2000 area, all right? But let's break this range of 14 to 15, all right? So next one on the list going to be Lisk. The next one on the list is Lisk, okay? So Lisk got this correction, a dump to downside, right? Basically repeating like what we did back in March, right? That's the correction we did on March on BTC, this flat correction, this dump. So we're looking for Lisk to break this range, 100 EMA, all right? It is just about like a 15,000. So if we can break 15,000, current price is 14,000, but if we can break 15,000, we're gonna be looking very good, okay? So we look for this flat, we got it. We look for this drop, we got it. So let's see if like we can continue to pump to the upside, right? So Lisk was looking bad, but I was saying buy Lisk back in last year, like October all the way down to November. I was saying buy Lisk. After it pumped, everybody started buying it, and look at it. They forgot. Okay, I said June prices, don't buy when we hit June prices. But now you can buy like above June prices if you're comfortable, okay? Depending on structure, right? If you're comfortable, but it is safer to buy alt, right? Below basically the July high, right? Or like close to their May lows. That's the best alt to buy, but they slow. They're not going to move like 40-50% right now, but you can hold them till next alt season, okay? It could be like next month, right? We're going to get another alt season because alt finna dump, okay? They're going to dump. You gotta remember that we're gonna get another 20, 30, 40% dump within the next few days, right? Probably before end of the month, right? We could get one, and we're gonna recycle, make another bottom formation, push above moving averages, and basically start breaking out again. All right, so you just have to remember that. So just like a couple of weeks ago when alt dumped, right? Everybody was like, alt season is over. They don't understand what's going on, okay? I study alt around the clock, guys, around the clock. So keep that in mind, right? So Lavoador, he's or she's holding a icon. So Litecoin, let's focus on Litecoin right now. So Litecoin, beautiful wedge, okay? Beautiful wedge, just like a BNB, but BNB is making it on a lower degree, like a lower one. So beautiful wedge. Are we going to be able to break out to the upside? Yes, we can break out to the upside, right? So we got a resistance right there. You got a resistance, and if you're paying clear attention to what's going on with the rest of the market, you can clearly see this structure right there. from Litecoin, let me just remove everything. This structure right there, right? If you paying clear attention, most alt they're making this structure on the 6-hour time frame. Some of them they're going to be successful and they're going to retest their July high, right? Let me just show you so you can see what I'm saying. Let's take a look at let's basically say take a look at CDT. Okay, CDT and Litecoin got the same structure. Actually, I was looking for this name. Okay, let's take a look at on the 6-hour. Okay, they're making it on the 6-hour. GXS. Okay, so you take, for instance, Litecoin, right? For Litecoin and icon, since like La Voix d'Or mentioned icon, right? So you see this structure Litecoin is making right now on 3-day, right there, this pump. Some of these alt, they are ready making this move and dropping back down, okay, and pumping to the upside. So Litecoin, we could assume like it could follow the same structure, even though it is a 3-day chart. Remember, structures, they don't care about time frame. Okay, that's why I don't do time analysis, because you can find like the same structure even down to the 1-minute chart, right? It is just a structure. Okay, when for instance you're designing, when you're designing something, you don't care about like what you don't care about time frame. Okay, you just, let's say you're building a house, right? You can build the same house 100 miles away, right? 2,000 miles away, the same exact house. Okay, so same thing, okay, with these structures, right? You can have the same structure in a 1-minute chart, okay, and you're gonna you basically can repeat the same structure on a yearly time frame also, right? Not even like 5 minutes or 15 minutes, but on a yearly, right? So you just have to keep that in mind. So same structure, we can expect like Litecoin, right, to break above this trend line, and we could be very bullish on Litecoin versus BSC. Okay, so it's not guaranteed, right, we're gonna make it, but it is something like we could feel confident about expecting it. If it doesn't happen, we know we breaking, if like we break this downside trend line, we doom. Okay, we doom, right, versus BTC. So let's just try to keep that in mind. But Litecoin is starting to turn bullish, right? At least in the short term, we're starting to we could possibly start to turn bullish, because we're not bullish yet, we're still dropping. But you take a look at your MACD, seems like it looks good, right? MACD looks very, very good, right? And basically volume looks very good, even though we're dropping. Volume is low. So moonshot for Litecoin. Okay, so moonshot for Litecoin. And I said it also multiple times, right? Whenever you get a downtrend, right, and you get a flat correction, 1, 2, 3, just like Litecoin, right, expanded one, you're gonna expect price to keep going down, right? Just like June prices 2019, crypto made this move, right? But sometimes it doesn't drop all the way down. Okay, it is just gonna drop lower like this in a 3-way move down to like 0.786, 0.618, and then it's gonna reverse, just like BTC at 3K area. Okay, when I call the we're gonna be breaking out to 5K. Also the dollar, I think, yeah, the dollar on the lower degree hourly is doing the same thing. So Litecoin, I'm not gonna be surprised if we get the breakout. All right, so is 200 BTC enough, or it needs 300,000 BTC? I don't know what you mean. I don't know what's your question, right? If you want to put 200 BTC on Loom, go ahead, man. Let me buy more before you do that, right? So but let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. All right, we're gonna go fast now. So next one, that's Litecoin. Basically Litecoin Litecoin USD. So Litecoin USD, it can basically try to make this bigger flat correction and retest like $70 to $80. That's what I'm trying to show you right there. Okay, but let's break 63 first. Okay, so let's break 63 and we're going to take a look at this move, because if we're going to be bullish versus BTC, even if BTC stays at, let's say, 12.5 to 13K, so let me know if BTC is pumping, right? Because I'm not looking at the numbers. Even if BTC pumps like, you know, doesn't pump at all, Litecoin going to be okay. Okay, Litecoin going to be okay, because Litecoin can still pump to the upside. Litecoin can keep, you know, can keep being bearish versus BTC, right there, but it cannot keep being bearish versus BTC. If, you know, we want to go up to like if you want to go up to like $80, right, it has to break out versus BTC. It has to. Okay, unless BTC breaks out like above 15, 16K or even 18,000, right? That way Litecoin can still be bearish versus BTC but bullish versus the dollar. So that's the difference, right? You see what I'm saying? So Litecoin can drop, let's say Litecoin can drop like, let's say 10% versus BTC, right? But on the dollar value, Litecoin can still go up. Litecoin can still go up to $80. It means BTC has to be going up like for a 40% move, if that's the case. Okay, if Litecoin is bearish versus BTC and we expecting Litecoin price to go up to like $80, it means BTC is gonna have to basically pump roughly around like 30 to 40%. Okay, that's just the truth. Okay, so let's see. So if you bearish on Bitcoin, right, you want to see Litecoin being bullish versus Bitcoin. That way Bitcoin is not going to pump. Litecoin is just going to pump versus Bitcoin, so it's going to pump on the dollar value. So hopefully it makes sense, right? So pay attention to Litecoin. All right, so if you basically familiar with BTC pairing, alt BTC pairing, you know what I'm talking about, right? So let's take a look at the next one. It is going to be LTO. So LTO doesn't have enough history, but let's see, market is bullish, right? So let's just give it a shot. Okay, I wouldn't touch it right now. However, okay, if I get the opportunity to buy above this range of 800, right? 800 right there, it is going to be very bullish. Okay, it is going to be very nice. But if you're looking forward to buy it cheaper, okay, if you're looking to buy it cheaper, you could wait for the three-way move down right there. Okay, if you get this move down 0.786, you just start accumulating. Okay, and wait for the next breakout setup, because breakout range is not we're not at, you know, we're not anywhere around like breakout range. It doesn't mean it all of a sudden it can pump above this range, but all I'm saying is I'm not comfortable, right, buying in this range. Can I buy above it? Yes. Remember, buying higher doesn't mean it cannot go higher. Okay, just because you're saying, oh, it already pumped, if I buy high in this range, it might dump. No, you're buying high. That's why you're buying versus BTC. You're not buying what you're buying is not high. You're just buying something to go up versus BTC. Nothing is high versus BTC. It's just a number you're trying to you know, manipulate, right? So nothing is high, right? Nothing is high. It is just nothing is too high. Basically, that's the best way to say it, right? Nothing is too high or too expensive versus BTC. So you wait right there, you buy, because you don't want to buy right now and you just have to wait right there to dollar cost average, right? When you can just wait right there or wait right there. So, and you're not losing anything. You're holding your BTC and you're like, okay, if I get the opportunity, I'm gonna buy. If not, I don't care, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the next one, which is Mana. Look at Mana, buddy. Look at Mana. Beautiful breakout. Okay, beautiful breakout. So beautiful triangle. formation. I think if I'm not wrong, right, Matic, right, is doing the same thing, and Matic and EMC2. I think we talked about EMC2 yesterday. Same structure, but the difference between and I think Bitcoin Diamond, okay, Bitcoin Diamond is right around this level also. So pay attention to it. Mana, beautiful triangular formation. You're expecting head and shoulder. I told you, do not worry about this head and shoulder right now. Market is bullish. Mana is still very bullish. So already retested May, June prices right there. So if it breaks out, yes, it doesn't have any business to get rejected again, right there. So next level to be paying attention. I know Giovanni love Mana, right? I think this central land, right? Next level to be paying attention to, it is going to be right there, okay, right there. So which is roughly around like 1800. So most of you guys know how to do how to basically use TradingView, so I don't have to basically keep mentioning like prices and all of that, right? Because you can see, you know, if you are interested about this coin, you can go back and check, you know, check it on the 3-day and know which level to look for. Because one thing you just want to avoid is like, where am I supposed to take profit at? Okay, if I say we're going to retest this area, you can take profit even before this area. Okay, you can take profit anywhere around this area, right? But you're not going to be like, okay, should I wait to take more profit? That's just not a smart question, right? Should I wait to take my money? You see, right? So it's not a basically a good question to ask. If you're asking such question to a bear, he's gonna be like, no, don't take it yet. Wait, don't take it. so let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. All right, so look at it. Matic. Okay, so Matic, same structure. Okay, so we could be expecting a possible breakout. So we got this triangular formation on the lower degree also. So Matic, a break above 250 going to be going to be nice. Okay, even though we broke this trend line, it is still looking very good. So it is a good hold, right? Matic is a good hold all the way up to basically like almost 500, right? Almost up to 500, and we could expect a triple top, right? Triple top formation. So you're looking at another basically, you know, price doubling within the next few weeks, and so on, right? I'm not sure if you're gonna do it quickly or, you know, or like it's gonna take forever, but it really doesn't matter, because Matic, right? When it's, you know, when it wants to pump, it's gonna pump. It's not gonna give you no warning, right? So just like what happened right there, right there, a basically 10x move, right? And you got another 6x move, right? So we could expect this 4x move or so, 2x move. So let's see. Okay, let's move on. MBL need to break the 28. Doesn't have enough history, but one thing we're pretty sure is like we already got this correction, right? We're double bottoming. It's a good buy. It is a very good buy right now. Okay, but the safest thing to do is like wait till we break this range. But if you know, sometimes you get aggressive traders, they buy right now, you know, but we also got a support at 12. So let's see, it looks good for now, right? It looks good. But if we break this 28, moonshot to 58, right? Top. So who's this? MCO. Okay, MCO is following. It actually followed our analysis, like when we said it's going to drop, right? So what are we looking for MCO right now? It just give us a big pump. That's a 3-day chart. Looks like a it looks like a hourly chart, right? Let's just remove everything. So MCO looks good. I think what I was drawing was like retesting 0.618, right? that's exactly what it did, right? And bounced back up to 236 right there. I mean 382 right there. So previous 382. So we could expect like some sideways correction. It looks very good. It most likely going to try to push back up to like a 75,000 range, right? So you're looking at like I think $8 something like that, $9 if we push to the upside to that level. Okay, right now it is just about like 45,000. Okay, 45,000, right? So looks very good. Okay, looks very good. You just got to be able not to break basically 35,000. As long as we don't break 35,000, it is still bullish because it can double bottom. Okay, it can double bottom, just like a Atom, right? Before they pumped it upside, right? So let's go back to our EMAs. So that's MDA. So MDA, I like MDA, right? Just like I think DLT and Litecoin, same structure. So it is at the very bottom. It is one of the basically cheapest coin right now in the market versus BTC, except like Litecoin. But and Raven, they basically very undervalued. So but they don't have enough momentum right now. They below the 3-day 2-1 EMA. It doesn't mean they cannot blast off like pump to the upside without giving any warning. But you take a look at it right now. We're just gonna need basically we're gonna need it to jump above this range. I got a short-term target, 4,700, 4,900 range. That's a short-term target, right? Which is like a good 20% move, right? So on the lower degree, you can see it, right? You can see it. We're about to blast off, right? Hold on a second, guys. So you can see like beautiful a beautiful correction right there. So it is a good buy right now for a breakout. So if you're looking for a breakout pattern right now, that is it right there. Okay, that is it right there. And I showed you yesterday OST and some other coins regarding a possible breakout and all of that good stuff. They're all breaking out, right? So we got this move, pump. That's a three-way move right there. It can force it. Okay, it is, even though it is corrective, you would expect this move before this, but it could just be a noise, right? It could just be a noise, and it is just gonna force through. Okay, force through without getting this move back. So that's why sometimes when you buy, you just have to expect a retracement down before further move, but it could be done. All right, the structure is right there. That's the most important one, this one. Okay, so that's the most important. That's the most important. But if we break this level, like 5,000, 6,000 area, it is going to create a big momentum. Okay, it's going to create a big momentum. So create a big momentum. All right, looks very nice. Okay, you just gotta be very patient with it. It is at the very bottom, just like a see a coin, right? When see a drop all the way down to 15 and pump all the way back up to like a 45, right? And now it is under like a 30 sats, right? So you just have to be very patient with it, right? And Dogecoin also, Dogecoin looking to blast. Okay, so I don't know if I talk about it or not, but pay attention to Dogecoin, right? How do you sign up? Okay, hey Saeed, make sure to send me a message in our public Telegram group so I can send you the link to the Discord if you're looking to join our premium, right? So we're not at Troy, Mustafa. We're not at Troy yet. The fees is 6 month and yearly, and we're gonna look we're gonna be moving to yearly only, okay, sometime next quarter. So but now we got 6 month and yearly. So next one, it is going to be MDT. MDT, we're looking to a breaker this area, right? If we break it, it is going to be moonshot. It doesn't have enough history. I don't like it, right? Because it doesn't have enough charting, right? None of that. But you just pay attention to your this impulse move, three-way move, pull back, break the previous impulse. You just give it a shot. Okay, give it a shot. Market is bullish, so no need to be bearish. Alt are bullish, so just break above this area 3-day, which is like 144. You just hold it. It can hit like all the way up to like some crazy number. You just don't know how high it can go after that, right? You just hold till you see like a 25%, 30% dump in one day, and you start to be like, okay, hold on a second, right? Okay, great. I'm gonna send you the information to join the premium group, right? So let's move on to the next one. Okay, which one is this again? MTH, okay? MITH, not MTH, okay? I keep getting confused with MITH and MTH, right? MITH, MTH got a short, target was like 80 and 90, right? Not a short-term target. Entry was 59. I remember exactly. This one I gave it like long time ago, and I was like entry right there, okay? And we hit targets, right? You can see like 59, just about 80. That's a 40% move, and all the way up to 111, but it pumped all the way up to like 154. So when we hit the first target, I was like, guys, don't take profit, just wait for a second target. And basically after we pumped to that upside, we basically dropped back down, retest our second target, which is 111. All right, so it was looking great on the lower degree, so we could just retest the top again and see if we're going to be able to break it. So I don't have any target for it now, even though we got like another target like a 200, right? But we already got out on it. I'm not sure if anybody's holding it, but it is still a beautiful chart to pay attention to for another possible like let's say 50% move, okay, at least up to like 150 range. Okay, so volume is picking up again. Sell volume was low, so it is a very, very bullish pattern still, right? So that's the MTH one. All right, there, similar chart. Okay, I also got like similar setup. Was looking for this 115 to 111. Excuse me guys, give me 1 second. So on the lower degree, that's what I was looking for. Let's see why we're dropping. Maybe because base is pumping. Let's take a look at 6 hour. Yep. You see 6 hour. That's what I'm looking for in the 6 hour. So it is still bullish. So if you take a look at it on 3-day chart, you're gonna like, oh, we're dropping, but we're not dropping. We're just correcting. Okay. So that's what you need to look for short term. So entry was 85, still good. Looking for 115, right? But we pumped like 101, 102, right? And dropping. That's still good, right? That's more than 15% move, right? If you basically enter that 85, right? And you take a look at it, you got your 20%. In general, I look for like a 20 to 30% short-term trades, right? So 20% move. But this one I was a little bit aggressive and was looking for like a 25 to 30% move, right? Which is like 111. We're gonna hit it, right? It's just a matter of time. I'm very confident we're gonna hit this one because I don't see no sell volume right there. It's just going to be a correcting. Okay, the correction could be a V-shape, right? It could be a V-shape recovery and pump. It could be, if it does this, right, it's just like Algo before the pump, right? Algo before the pump, that's what it did, right? But Algo did it somewhere around here before the top right there. So, and Algo, I was like, guys, Algo finna pump, Algo finna pump. Let's take a look at Algo. So we make sure that's Algo first thing first. I think that's Algo. Yep, you see what I'm saying? So you remember your charting, you're not gonna be saying stuff you don't know. Whatever you say, right? take a look at algo. Okay, I keep saying algo gonna blast up, it's gonna pump, it's gonna pump. Look at it right there. Yesterday, that's when I said it's gonna pump. That's when I send the signal right there, right there. We already got it, you know, we already knew the target. I was just emphasizing, like, pay attention to it, pay, you know, put your set, you know, set your targets and all of that good stuff, right? But right there, I wasn't paying attention to nothing, okay? But on the 3-day chart, we were above the 100 EMA, and at the same time on the 6 hour, you know, it was looking so juicy, just like this, okay? We had a short-term target for algo, like from like 2,900, right there, up to, like, you know, I think it was like a 20 to 25% move, right? That was a short-term trade we took right there, right? 29 to a 35, 37 range, right? So algo was like a very juicy move for us this week. Very juicy move. Both short-term trade and long-term trade, right? Longer time frame, right? That's what I mean. So next one on the list, I mean, our you know, our target was 6,000. Algo, we got in we like a short-term trade. We got in like 29, right? 29, right? And got out like 35 to 37. That was a short term. We knew what we were doing. We said we're gonna be looking for short-term trade 20%, right? That's not bad, okay? If I let me show you, like, let me see if I can find it. Excuse me. Okay. I can't do that. Just wanted to add, sorry guys for the black screen, right? Yeah, I showed you next time I'm gonna show you. Okay, I just let it go. I don't have time right now, right? Because I just wanted to show you, like, you know, the setup in our premium group, right? But it's not necessary. I know you guys believe me, right? So because we got some premium members watching, so for this target also, right? So so you take a look at a nano buyback was like, where was 922. Okay, let's focus on the 3-day chart first, right? So you guys know nano, we had multiple targets. Okay, first one was when nano was back in January. Nano was like 7,000 right there, right? We said it's a buy all the way up to 11,000. We hit the target right there, 11,000, right? And we dropped back down. We said reaccumulation all the way up to 14,000. We hit 14,000. We said buy back, where 922. It dipped all the way down to 818, right? So you're going to be panicking. Oh, it's going to zero. No, it's not going to zero. It's just correcting. It's just correcting. It's just a correction. Why don't you think, like I was saying, I mean, why basically you know, you think, like I'm saying, also ADA was going to drop down to like 1050. We didn't drop exactly down to 1050, but we dropped down to like 11, right? That was close enough, right? So that's it is just a 3-way move, right? It is going to basically pump it upside, right? This move right there, 11,000 is just a short-term trade. Okay, so if you're looking for, like, let's say 10% gain, stuff like that, right? A slow one, right? You could look for this move, 14%, 15% move from current price of 10,000 to 11,000, right? 500, something like that, right? 11,000. So that's just a short-term trade. That's why you know, you got this green line right there, green box right there. All right, so but upside target for nano is 20,000. Okay, upside target for nano is 20,000. So beautiful setup. We just need to pump above 11,000 for the second time, above the 100 EMA on the 3-day chart. I will be very, very interested looking at, you know, about Nano, right? Above this range of 11,000 to 12,000, right? You're gonna be like, that's high, but you're buying the momentum, okay? You're not buying Nano because you want Nano to go to the moon. You're just buying Nano because Nano is going against BTC, going up against BTC, and you just basically increase your BTC holding. That's it. You don't care about the dollar value and all of that good stuff. Hey, what's up, Jason? Boom, 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 shakalaka. Oh, Iceman in the house. So Nano, if you're holding Nano, 922, I said it multiple times, right? If you've been following, that was a buy. So buy back, just like I said about nulls, buy back at 4100. So null is basically ramping up slowly, right? So it might be very boring because it is, I think, below the 21 EMA. We're going to take a look at nulls, right? But nulls, when it was like 5,500, I was like, we're going to buy back 4,100. It dipped all the way down to 3,600, and now it is above like 4,400, something like that, right? So let's take a look at the next one. Hopefully it's not nulls. So you don't jump from Nano to nulls, right? So Nano USD, I don't have anything to say about it, but let's just move on. Nebulous, okay. NAS, it has a very choppy chart, right? So sometimes you find these charts, they're not easy to they're not fun to trade, right? They're not fun to trade. But one thing we can just try to reassure ourselves, right? If we go above this 100 EMA, once again, I don't have to say 3-day because you guys know everything is 3-day, right? So except when I say when I mention 6 hour. So you can see we just need to jump above this range. The good thing is, like, we retested July high, okay, almost, okay. Most alt, they're going back to their July high. So if you're holding an alt and it is not a July high, just hold on to it, okay. So the good thing is it already made a new low, got bought up, need to break this range. Sky, it is going to go to the moon, okay. Moonshot June prices is almost crazy numbers, okay, like 2,600, and current price is not even like 500. So that's a 4x move coming up from NAS. Not saying it is going to do it like now, but short-term analysis, let's just go above 600, okay, and we could be mooning after that. Right? So very aggressive chart, right? Very aggressive. Too many wicks. So next one is going to be Neblio. So Neblio is a very good chart. I like it. It is slow, but when it pump, it's gonna pump like, and you're gonna be like, why I did not buy this coin, right? So very good chart, okay, very beautiful chart. Nice sideways correction, right? Below the 21 EMA, doesn't have enough momentum, so you just have to suck it up. If you like it, if you like the project, great. If you don't touch it, right? Mess with something else, right? So, but it is moving sideways, no momentum yet above this red line, which is roughly around like 7,000, 8,000. So it is at 5,000. It has to pump almost 50% to be fun to mess with. So it is not fun to mess with it right now. So so let's keep that in mind. Upside target, we're gonna be looking for like 16,000 once we start getting some momentum above 7,000. So we're gonna look for it. That's why I got this line right there, because it can basically retest like this range and be very boring right there. Okay, not sure if it will do it because market is also pretty much very bullish now. So that's good. So let's just look for this range, right? So I liked it back in I think we had a target for it back in February, because I remember February 1st You know, I was talking about these coins and it just pumped. Like I was just talking about Nebula, okay? It just pumped right after, you know, we talk about it. And basically came back down, pump back up, coming back down. Looks great though. Looks great. Looks good. The good thing, once again, it is at the very bottom. You take a look at May low, is like 4,500. Current price is 5,000. So that's like absolute rock bottom. So let's move on to Neo. So Neo doesn't want to give us 85,000. So if we break this 100 EMA, right, for Neo, it is going to be moonshot. So most people don't care about Neo BTC anyway, right? So if you don't care about Neo BTC, we break above this range, you know we got resistance right there, which is June prices. But Neo already retested June prices last year, right? This year actually, right? Early this year. Actually last year, right? That's when Neo pumped, double top. I remember when Alicia was talking about Neo, I was like, man, Neo gonna dump. So Alicia likes to talk about, you know, these coins sometime after they pump, right? Like, you know, when he talks about, I think like Aeon, right? When Aeon was pumping, I was like, man. But, you know, after, you know, you could say like the rest of the market dump, but what I'm trying to say is like, you know, it already retested this area. So this one, it is just going to be temporary. Okay, this range right there, I don't think Neo gonna spend any time in this range. So the hardest thing is like just to break above this range. We got a support right there, 85,000. You know, if we dump, it is going to be by the dip, right? If something, let's say we got a bad news or something like that, right? You know, basic dump, Neo gonna be a safe haven, right, for you. If you're looking forward to buy Neo and you like it, right, you'll be like, okay, most likely it's gonna reverse, give us a quick, you know, pump right there, give us a possible flat before it dropping lower if market gonna turn bearish, right? So yes, it is something to keep in mind, right, if you're looking for a safe haven. And I'm going to show you another safe haven, right? I sent it in our premium group and a public group, NRG, but I don't think most people are interested about it. I know some people send me some analysis regarding NRG, right? But it's not like what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is something very different. So it is bullish, but I'm going to show you next, right? Hopefully I'm not going to forget. So, but Neo looks great, strong buy 85,000, right? Strong buy. But if we break above like 125,000, right? 130,000, this range going to get crushed, most likely. Going to get crushed. Okay. So, and we're going to be looking for like almost 260,000. Okay, 260,000. 260,000, which is almost like another 100% move. So if that's the case, you're looking at Neo going to $30. Okay, if BTC stays at, let's say, 12K, right, and Neo pump 2x versus BTC, right, that's almost like $28 to $30 Neo. Okay, which is pretty much normal because Neo market cap is just $1 billion. If Neo goes like $30, right, 28. I remember I bought Neo. First time I bought Neo was like 28. That time I wasn't trading like alt BTC stuff like that, right? It was, you know, back in 2017. Neo, I bought it like 28. It pumped 36, right? Dropped back down to 28, 27. I kept buying. I wasn't even like looking at chart or anything. I was just buying the dip, right? So I was not even charting, right? I was just buying the dip, right? So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the next one, guys. So NKN, nice chart, right? Nice chart. And we got the correction, a dump, and we're pumping. So it looks great right now. Okay, it looks very good. it is a good hold. Okay, I know back in 2017 most people have been trying to pump NKN and all that good stuff, but it is a good hold. You know, all the way down. Okay, even if it drops down, retests the bottom, it is going to be a good hold. Okay, it is not pumping yet. I think it is just moving sideways. All this range is just sideways correction, right? So the real good stuff going to basically, you know, going to happen if like we basically pump above this range right there. That's when you basically gonna say, hey, we're gonna moonshot. Okay, that's the real buying power right there above this range. As of now, it's just hold by, you know, by the dip, right? So, but target, upside target is almost like 520, 550 range. First range to basically take care of is going to be 350 to 300 range, right? So current price 260, right? So 260. Because you can this chart, you can look at it in, you know, in a bearish pattern also. Like if you want to look at it in a bearish pattern, you could just say, hey, we're going to be dropping lower because we got this impulse, right? We got this impulse and we got a pullback, right? And we got another impulse, right? So this move, okay, it just could be just a correction of this move, right? And then you're gonna get this move, just like what we're looking for Ethereum. That's a bearish, valid bearish setup, right? So if you see it dropping, you could just expect to retest the low for another possible very strong move to the upside. Okay, very strong move to the upside. So so that's a you know, that's a bearish setup. All right, so but let's just leave it like this, right? So in case like we get a sell-off, it is going to be one of the coins you want to be accumulating, right? So Telegram handle, please. I don't know what you mean. Oh, you mean you send me a message on Telegram? So that's my boy right there, Nulls, right? So Nulls, if you guys remember Nulls, right? We just like I was speculating regarding what algo, okay, and now I'm speculating about what, you guys remember Loom, right? Loom is in the channel. That's where you want to be buying. That's when I said, okay, let's buy Nulls. Okay, I keep saying Nulls, okay. And right after we broke above it, 3100, right? Entry was 3100 Nulls, okay, 3100. We were like, okay, let's take it to the upside. Target was 68. Guess what, guys? We hit 78. We topped at 78, guys. So if you basically followed, you know, right? You know, you would have basically take some profit, right? Right at 58, 68, and it dropped down. I was like, next level to be buying at going to be 4100. Now we're at 4100. The pump might be very slow, right? It could be, okay. It might be very slow because we can basically double bottom right there, right, before making this move. Very strong move to the upside. So if you're still holding Nulls, right, and you did take some profits along the way to the top, right, it's just adding back to your position right now for another push to the upside. That's all you're doing. So you're not basically too worried too much about like Nulls pumping very pumping now. Okay, just trying to look for easy like a 30-40% move, right? So we can easily pump like to 6,000 again, all the way up to 78 easily. Okay, so but it doesn't have enough momentum right now. Let's check it right there. So we just need to basically create momentum above the 21 EMA, and we're gonna be moving very fast, right? So remember, that's the inverse right now because this one already pumped, right? So already pumped. Now it has to go above the 21 EMA to get more strength. But some alt they're not pumping yet, right? So they need to move above the 100 EMA in order to basically get strength. So it's basically the inverse, right? So let's move on to Nexus. Okay, this one I'm gonna have to basically repeat it loudly. I said it. Accumulate Nexus 2000 to 1900. It dropped all the way down to 16,000, right? It's okay, it's part of it, because we got a target of like 4,000 to 5,000, right, for nulls for Nexus. So it looks very good. Okay, this right region is just by the dip. Okay, we just need to go above 2600. Right, I know it's a lot, right, from 2000, because you know you're looking at 25% pump in order to get more momentum, right? But if you bought in anywhere around like 90, even 1900, even 2000, it is okay. You're still up over 10%, right? And we're looking to break this range of 2600 very soon, right? So just like basically A and B, right? A and B got the same chart, DOCK got the same chart. The only difference, right, is like Nexus got a longer accumulation. That's all. But this range, if you go check BitShare chart, right, it's the same thing. Okay, BitShare just pumped. I'm tired of talking about BitShare because I told you about BitShare when it was like 250. I was like, buy BitShare anyway. Anything below it is a steal. And now I think it's like around 300, right? And it finna. Hold on a second, guys. So basically, you know, Nexus is good, you know, good level, is at good level to be accumulating, right? So, you know, it is I don't have a short-term target for Nexus. It is a, you know, a very big target. But like I said, right, you know, sometimes targets are just directional. I might be looking for 45 to 5,000, right? But it might not even get there. Okay, but the most important is like to buy at, you know, accumulate at the bottom. If it hits like, let's say 4,000 and you know you're pretty much happy with your profits, you just take it. You just take it and then you look for the next, you know, the next coin, right? So but you know, I might, you know, sometimes it can even pump higher than 5,000, right? Go all the way up. But if you're happy with your profits, you just take it. You just take them, right? Just take them. Next coin on so if you're looking for the Telegram link, that's a link to the Telegram group. So if you haven't joined yet, make sure to click, you know, that link so you can join the Telegram group. So let's move on to basically OAX. Man, OAX is ready to pump so hard, right? Looks, I mean, it doesn't have any resistance up to 2,500 to like 3,000 range. So and OAX, I said, guys, let's jump in at 888. So it dipped down after that, right? It dipped down like 6,000 and so on, right? But you can see it is so clean, just like ERD. It is very, very clean. And you take a look at it right there. So guys, let me know if BTC is pumping. Okay, I'm not looking at BTC right now. Very low volume, so it looks good, man. If we get a breakout, it's like it is going to be a good buy. Okay, it is going to be a good buy. So good buy. So May June prices right there. All right, So nice falling wedge, right? So let's see if like we're gonna be able to break this range of 1600, 16 to 1700. It is just going to be buy all the way up to 3000 almost, right? So from current level, you're looking at 60,000. If it goes all the way up to the top, looking at another 100% move, right? 100% move. So that's crazy, man. That's crazy. And it is so clean. It is so clean and clear. No, basically nothing. Okay, no resistance at all. It got a small resistance like late June, right? 2019, when BTC was dumping, right there. You guys remember BTC topped right around like June 24th. So this guy let go even before BTC tapped out, right? So let's move on to the next one. So next one, Omizago. So Omizago, I mean, I think somebody asked about Omizago. I think it's K4. Okay, K4 is still around. Let me know. So Omizago is kind of overextended, right? So that's one of the reasons why I'm being cautious with it. Very overextended. Already retested June prices. So if you bought it right there, you realize we already retested like almost 1 year high. You just have to let it go versus BTC. I mean, on the dollar value, it might not affect you a lot. If you just pay attention to your dollars, you might still be, you know, your dollar value, Omizago dollar value might still be going up because BTC has been going up, right? But you take a look at it right now, it is kind of like ICX, okay? It can pump, but it has to basically, it has to break this level of resistance, right? We got this channel right there, right? We just have to break out right now, come back down and retest it, just like ICX, right? So we talk about ICX like retesting like, you know, 4,700, 5,000 area, just about like yesterday, right? So not even too long ago. So pay attention to this channel, right? Or either a double bottom right there, not even a double bottom, but try to make a, you know, nice retest 0.618, and then we can get this move back up, right? So the move not going to be linear once again, okay? It can do this, right? Do that, do this, and then pumps to the upside. So call this a flat bang. So wait for this type of a correction if you want to jump in. If you don't see it, you don't want to mess with it, right? But it looks good in terms of possible falling wedge, a breakout to the upside. If we're in a bull market, it is going to be blasting off to the upside, okay? Wait for the next blast off. But if we're not in a bull market, you just have to basically reaccumulate right there, okay? Reaccumulate right there. It might not hit the bottom. It might just make a higher low right there. Higher, right there, okay? It might do something like this. Retest 0.888 to 0.786. But either way you look at it, you got a chance to break 18,000, right? Then if we break 18,000, give it a shot to like a 24, 30,000 range, right? So yes, so yeah, 6 hour was looking good. That's why you saw 6 hour looks good. You see like how the 6 hour time frame looks like, right? Looks very good. Okay, so you would be panicking if you don't know what's going on, right? But look at this, just like the rest of the crypto, right? You got this nice wedge. This one is not triangular. You got this correction, single correction, and it pumped. It did not give you a double correction, so it had to come back down, right? So you got this move. You would have expected this before going, right? But it just pumped strongly, right? As you can see, it has to get rejected to come back down, retest it, right? So it looks good now on a lower degree. At least 6 hour, it looks good. It looks very good. It looks very good. I don't think like this range, if it keeps going up, it's not gonna respect it. It's not gonna respect it. So we're just gonna have to suck it up and look for the top. Right? So look for the top. But let's see how it looks. It got a bearish momentum and a bullish momentum at the same time. But I would favor the bullish momentum. Even though we pump massively, I would just give it a shot and wait for a bit. Right? Wait for a bit. So let's move on. One looks very good on a 3-day, right? One looks very good. One of a kind, okay? It looks very good, okay? I like it. And I liked it when it, when I said it, when we pumped this range, I think 72, right? Now it is pumping above 109. If we pump above 109, 110, we don't have anything above it, above this range. After that, nothing, just clear sky. It's just like you just wake up, you buy. Just whenever you wake up, you just keep buying. Okay, so I'm not saying to go and buy it, but what I'm saying is the bulls. That's what they're gonna do. Okay, whenever they wake up, they just say buy. Okay, small sell volume right there. Okay, no sell volume at all before the breakout. Can we wick down to 68? That could be a steal. Okay. That could be if like you see it like back down to a 70, 71, 72, it might just be a wick. But as of now, the bulls are pretty, strong and looking very decisive to break this range of 102. Okay, just like OST. I'm not sure if we take a look at yes, we had the okay, we're gonna move on to OST later on, right? So just like OST. So let's move on to let's move on to the next one and see ontology. Ontology, not so bullish. Okay, on I don't know what that's ontology gas, right? I don't know why. No, that's ontology gas. That's ONG. Okay, not so bullish. Okay, you guys remember ontology gas was basically pumping massively, right? But back in May, we said, it is above the 3-day 21 EMA, so it is still a good hold, right? So now it doesn't have a good structure, right? A buyback was 2,000, but it dipped all the way down to like 1,400, but we pump hard, right? So I wouldn't mess with it right now until we basically get a better structure. Once again, it doesn't mean it cannot pump like 50-60% in one day, but the chart beside like this double bottom formation we got right there, right, it's not giving us like enough evidence. It's like the move gonna be strong. Okay, but let's take a look at 6 hour, because most alt on the 6 hour they got okay, on the 6 hour we got this correction just like Litecoin, and we drop down. So let's wait for a break above 1,600 and we can basically just take it to the upside. But if you don't break above 1,600, I wouldn't touch it. Okay, I would not be touching it. Okay, let's wait. We got this drop just like Litecoin. We're making a small correction right there. You can get this move, break above it. I wouldn't even wait for a retest. Just grab it and see if we're gonna retest the next level. Okay, next level going to be 382, right, to 50% pullback. You take a look at it, it is still going to be juicy. It's still going to be 25% move. 0.618 going to be 50% move. So yes, you're not going to buy at the bottom, but you're going to get 50% move after we break resistance. That's a very good setup. Very good setup right there. It's a very good setup, right? Very good setup. Very good. I think like hash graph, right? HBAR got a similar setup also, right? And Dogecoin also, right? So 6 hour, the most important key level to pay attention to on the 6 hour. Pay attention to your 100 EMA. If we break it, you give it a shot for a possible 25% move, right? So All right, let me take a look at the chat room. Hey, thanks a lot, Iceman. 12K today. Let's see. I'm not even looking at the chart, man, for BTC. I miss ontology. I don't know why ontology. I'm on ontology gas, so ontology might be next. Let's see. Yeah, ontology is next. So ontology, I got a target at 8,000. Right, on the lower degree, we broke this resistance, right? You can see right there, broke above the 6 hour. Now we're looking for I'm looking for this move. Okay, looking for this move. So looking for this, but we need to break 8,000 to 9,000 level, right, on a higher time frame in order to be bullish, because ontology could be in trouble. Okay, it could be in big trouble if we don't break 8,000. It might wait for the next batch of alt right there at 4,000 before getting this hitting our target. Just because you got a target doesn't mean you're gonna hit it when you want it, right? Remember that. Okay, targets are just directional moves. They're not they're not there to basically give you timing and all of that, right? You basically do the charting and let the time market do the timing, right? But nice support. If you get a breakout right there, just take it. Okay, the move can still drop lower. Okay, it can still do this before getting it. BTC love this move. Okay, that's why I shorted BTC yesterday around 11.5 to 11.6 in our scalp channel. We shorted all the way down to 11.3 from 11.4. I mean 11.5 to 11.6, right? Because I was like, okay, 1 hour 100 EMA is very important. If you've been following our channel, I said it multiple times. The Zeus method, when BTC gives you a strong move to the downside, okay, and you're scared to short it, don't do anything. Don't do anything. Wait till the bulls, push the price to the either, the first resistance is going to be your 1 hour. No, I mean your first resistance is going to be basically your 15 minutes, right? 100 EMA. That's a strong resistance right there. Or basically your 1 hour 100 EMA. Okay, those are the safest. Sometimes you can short at the 21 EMA on an hourly basis, but you gotta know what you're doing, because sometimes that resistance is not that strong. It is a short-term resistance. So you gotta do it in and out. You gotta short it, get your 1% out, 1.5%, 2% out. Okay, but if you want to get more than 2% to 3% range, your 1 hour 100 EMA is the strongest one. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, just repeat it. Okay, I mean just replay it. So let's move on to ontology again. Higher time frame is okay. Let's break 8,000. If ontology is not lucky enough to break 8,000, it might not be breaking out anytime soon until we retest 4,000. So we have to break it, just like Nano. Same thing. Nano, same chart, right? Right there, right here, right there, came back down, right? So let's watch and see if Nano gonna be able to break 14,000 and hit 20,000, and we could be saying, oh, ontology could be following Nano also, right? Do the same thing. Okay, but if not, we might be breaking out next year, February, March. Okay, just have to keep that in mind, because sometimes the cycle could be more than 3 months. Most of the time I'm expecting a 3-month cycle, but sometimes the cycle can be can take up to a 6-8 month, right? So the best chance to get rich. I mean, you take a look at, I mean, I know people, I mean, if you're not trading, right, if you're not leveraging, I think like BTC pumping from 11.9 to 12.5, it's not a massive gain, right? Unless you're holding like big, a lot of BTC, right? But if you're only holding like 1, 2, 3 BTCs, yes, it is going to be like a nice 1,500, right? But in terms of percentage rise, right? In terms of percentage, it's not a lot, okay? It's about 4.5 to 6%. But what I'm trying to say is like spending my time studying alt and catching those 25% breakout, not just versus a dollar, but versus BTC, it is better than basically even leveraging BTC. You see what I'm saying? So you just have to try to basically readjust the way you look at the market, right? That's why I don't get too excited about BTC breaking out sometime, right? Because and especially when you're leveraging, you're not missing out anything. You're always gonna get another opportunity, right? So you got like unlimited opportunities. So let's move on to the next one. Going to be OST. Look at OST. So OST, I showed you guys yesterday. I think that was yesterday or something like that, right? So OST looking very good. So let's short-term target is like 119 to 120 range, right? I mean 112 to 120 range right there. So let's focus on the 6 hour first, because 6 hour looks very good. As you can see, I was just showing you the same setup not too long ago, like not even like 15 minutes, right? Showed you like the same setup. We got this move, right? But it did not basically correct properly, right? So we got this move. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it dump back down all the way down to 95 again. But I already sent a entry 105 to basically 105 to 100. We drop all the way down to 100. We already hit our entry target. Volume looks very low, so we just if you're looking for a short-term 25 to 30% move, that is it right there. Okay, all the way up to like 120 to 127. So but let's move on to the higher time frame, right? So higher time frame, I'm looking for 160 and 180, right? It is kind of aggressive, but it could follow the rest of the market, right? This move itself is very corrective, right? This move right there, you got your impulse move right there, right? And you got some sort of a QDOM, okay? QDOM sort of a correction, and you're looking for this move. That's a correction QDOM made on, not QDOM, but I think algo, right? Not algo, but waves. Sorry, waves, right? Is made right on a weekly basis. Waves, right? So it looks nice. Okay, it looks nice. I think we got a very, very good chance to get this 80% move. Right? So let's see how it goes within the next few weeks. Okay, but that's a good hold, right? At least within the next few days. So moonshot, break above 100 EMA, right? That's Pearl. No sign of, Pearl just gonna pump so hard, like I think people are gonna FOMO so bad, right? We broke 500, retesting it, so we're still we're still accumulating, so we can still drop back down to 500. I think somebody sent me NWC BTC, same chart also. Let's double check. Come on, why is it so slow? NWC. So you take a look at NWC, right? That sucker is at 1984. Look at it, NWC. So broke above this area, right? You can see was I was talking about this chart with Vetron also, right? You can see bang, it just blast off, right? Blast off. So it can hit all the way up to like 2000, but 2000 is just the top, okay? 1980, 1900, 18, all of that is you know, it's the top, right? So you don't wait. 2000 is just to say like it's a, you know, it's the previous high. You already hit target, right? But that was just a side note, right? To show you, like, that's why sometimes it's very good to understand what's going on. So Pearl, I think it's gonna hit that 1500. Okay, it's gonna hit that 1500 very soon. Okay, current price just about 500, 600 actually, right? 600. So retest of 500 going to be a steal. So we're on the P. Let's move on now. Red Pulse. Look at my boy. So my boy Red Pulse, PHB, right? It's moving very slow, right? It has a low volume. I like the chart, right? I like the chart. So let's see. Okay, I just need to pump above 55, which was like previous resistance, right? So June prices for this boy is so high, I'm scared to, it's gonna wreck a lot of bears, right? It's like almost like 300, and current price is not even like 40 yet, like just about 40, not even 50. So you're looking at like a massive pump coming for this boy, right, over the next few weeks. Very good area to be buying, right? Can it, hold on one second, guys. Yeah, so let's see if like PHB can pump above 55. 55, it is going to be where we're going to be looking for like a stronger momentum. We got another target just about like 71 to basically 75 right there, but I think I'm just going to basically stick to the 110 to 120 area. It is a longer term target, but if you're patient enough, you're going to get it, okay? If you're patient enough. The downside for this coin is like it can give you some sort of a round formation, round top formation, bottom formation, whatever you want to call it, right? Before doing this, okay? So it is something like you got to be aware of, all right? That's a negative, you know, that's something negative about it, right? So it is something like you just got to be aware of, right? So let's move on to the next one. So this one is PIVX. PIVX basically looks so good, like it looks so good, so juicy, and I don't know. I just don't know what to say about PIVX. I'm tired of calling it. I know it is delaying all my calls. I was very bullish on PIVX like 5,000. It proved me wrong and dipped down to 3600. But now it is trying to prove me right, it is trying to prove me right once again. But we just need to take care of 21 EMA and go back up. I don't think we're gonna spend any time above like 5,000. It's like the bull's not even gonna let that happen, okay? The bears, I think if like we pump above like 5,000, It is going to be moonshot, just like algo, okay, R&D, waves, okay. It is going to do those like a 50-60% moves, okay. So upside target is all the way up to like almost 10,000, okay. So it is another 150% move, and if you take a look at it, it is a 4x move from the recent low of July. Not 4x, but 150% move, right there, right there, right. So looking at 4,000 to 10,000. I was looking at 3,000. That's what I was saying for from this May low right there, 2,700, right? But from this low of July low, the July low, right there, 36. You're looking at 150. So looks very good, man. It looks very, very, very good, PVX. Looks very good. Looks very good. Looks very good. So, but BTC is pumping. It's not going to do anything, right? If BTC pumps. So let's see, okay? XRP pumping. We're about to get to the X is. So XRP, we talked about XRP support 26 to 27. So if you followed our previous analysis, we talked about that, right? So POA, you guys remember POA? I was very bullish on POA. So POA, one of the strongest coin, also the pick right now. Okay, after the BTC pump, that's going to be one of my top coin. Okay, just like waves, you know, R&D, you know, QLC, you know, and all of them, okay, above 100 EMA. You know, very few coins right now above the 100 EMA cleanly, but right now POA managed to pump, right? So let's see, okay, looks very good. We just got to take care of this you know, 300 range, right? It's current price is like what, 227, right? You're looking at another 45-50% move, and we got almost $500 to $600 you know, point we're going to be looking at later on, right? So right there. So POA, I talk about it many times, right? Entry 149, right? 150. And after we got this dump, and I was like, okay guys, I'm getting out. But you know, after the dump and it did not do anything, I started to be, you know, looking at it carefully, right? And I'm like, okay, I cannot be very, very bearish on it just because we got this wick to the downside. But it looks very good. Strong momentum coin right now, one of the strongest right now to be looking at. Sentence says XRP is pumping. So that's Power Ledger. You know, sideways correction, very corrective, looking to basically jump above like you know, 1,000 again. Okay, so not looking so great, but if like we can jump above 1,000, we could create some momentum. So next coin we're going to take a look at is Populous. We talk about Populous because I know some of you guys holding it, right? But I was like, that's a very good level to be buying. Okay, just like it's one coin we just talked about, kind of like Litecoin. I can't remember, right? I think it's MDT or MDA, right? But not MDA, but looking very very accumulative. All right, I know most people call it a scam coin. This was like a multi-billion-dollar project, right? So now it's like what, 20 million, something like that, 30 million, right? Can't even remember. I think 17 last time I checked it. So it is going to break out if we keep dropping like this. Okay, that's a good time to be buying, just like Raven. Okay, talk about Raven also. Let's do this. So we talked about a QKC already. So you know, if you've been following the you know, if you started the stream at the beginning of at the beginning of the stream, we started talking about like QKC and all that good stuff, right? We had a target right there. Entry was 67. We already hit target 83 on the dot. Okay, this was like a premium 20%, 30% move we are looking for. Okay, short-term trade. So it looks good. Yeah, PBT is gonna break out. Okay, let's wait for the breakout and we look for further move to the upside. So QLC right there. So QLC looking for further move, but it seems like BTC is breaking out. It is losing momentum on the 2-day chart, right? So it is losing momentum. So on the 3-day chart, we got 2 days left. So it has plenty of time. So if BTC keeps pumping, right, most likely we're gonna retest like 225, even though current price is like 30%, right? We could wick down again to like a 250 range, right? But it is still going to be a very good hold. Okay, could just do this before doing that. Okay, so that's also possible. So let's keep that in mind, right? Yep, the other Q is like QSP, looking very good, right? We're already completing our corrective structure. It's a big one. We're just looking for this move, okay, to take it to the upside. Next level to look for 650 to 750 range, right? And let's move on to basically the King QDOM, not King QDOM, King XRP. So QDOM just need to break the 100 EMA, right? If like we can break it, it is going to look very good. We got temporary support at 2000 in case we basically BTC decides to do something crazy. So expect this move from QDOM just to retest the low. That's going to be a good buy opportunity, and then you're going to be looking for this fast forward move. Okay, it's going to be very fast and pump into the upside without no warning. Okay, just like AST BTC I showed you guys yesterday, gave us a nice corrective move before the pump, right? Pump like 100% like in one day. So QDOM, even if you don't like, you know, patterns, right, you could expect like, let's see, you could expect like a one-to-one extension of this move. That's going to take you just about like 3,200. But take a look at QDOM. Our next take profit level to look for is going to be 4,000. Very close, right? Very close, right? So QDOM, either way you look at it, guys, it is a good hold over the next few days, few weeks. Okay, you know, even if we get a bearish momentum, market condition changes, right? Sometime we drop down to like 1,300, it is going to be a steal. Okay, that's why sometimes you want to save some, you know, on the side, right, in case things become very bearish and you're going to be buying at the next level of support, right? So let's keep that in mind. But you know, as of now, I'm bullish on QDOM. Okay, that's the most important. The bearish momentum for, you know, alt BTC is not that strong, you know, at the moment, right? It's not that strong. So we just gonna, you know, focus like 80% of the our energy. We're gonna focus it on a you know, on the move, you know, to the upside. So yeah, I already covered OMG second time, 2 times. That's your second time asking. I'm just messing with you, second time. So we already covered OMG. We just said like, you know, look for a retest of like, you know, 15,000, right? So let's see, OMG, because we already passed OMG. You're making me go back. Yeah, OMG 18,000. Okay, but on the lower degree we just gotta break like 14,000, 15,000. It looks like it already broke it. On the 3-day it looks good. So let's try and take care of 18,000 next. Other than that, you could try to make a channel, all right? But it is still a hold. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's the only thing you want to know. Do you want to dump it or not? I would still hold it. Okay, even if we get a channel, I would still hold it, right? could get this channel and pump to the upside later on. So let's go back to QDOM, man. QDOM is still a good hold. That's what we're saying. Goodbye, whatever you want to call it. Next one, RCN pump. So RCN, right? RCN. So RCN doesn't have a beautiful chart though, but it could become a very beautiful chart. If we get the double bottom, we could be anticipating in this range. Okay, we could get this move to the upside, right? So let's see over the next few days what we're gonna get, right, from RCN, right? So so let's see. Okay, it is pumping over the last 6 days, so that's good enough. It's gonna cool off, right? So look at this guy. So this guy, we called it last night, bang, pumped to the upside. We're not at target yet, but it pumped enough if you basically been buying this correction. Okay, we called it last night when it was like I think 3,000 range, right? We said buy, and you take a look at it, it is going to be pumping. Okay, it pumped like 40%. It still got another basically 15% pump. It's not yet at target, right? So looks very good. Okay, nice correction. Right, nice correction, right? So yes, you can always play back. Okay, it is basically an alphabetical order, right? It's an alphabetical order, so you can always go back and play. That's why I'm taking my time to basically analyze it and give you details of every coin, right? So every single coin I'm analyzing, give you some details, right? Because you know, when other people watching, they can sometimes you just don't want to rewatch it, and I say like, hey, looks good, buy it, and then next one, you know, it's not gonna be, you're not gonna get any information, right? That's why I'm taking my time to give you guys information, right? So let's move on. RAN network, the hardest thing was what, to break 2,000. I think RAN is still cheap. Okay, I don't know the supply of it, but still very, very, very cheap. Okay, even if like within the next like few weeks, few months, like we drop down again in this range, like a 1,300, it is going to be a steal, right? Long-term trend line, you could basically just pay attention to your 100 EMA 3-day chart. If that's too late, pay attention to your 2-day, right? If that's too difficult for you, right, you pay attention to your what, to your 100 EMA, right? So it can still, okay, if like market condition basically decides to dump, it can do this, and your 100 EMA on your daily gonna support it right there, right? And you can still get another push to the upside. It is just going to be a correction. Most people are going to be panicking, but this could be the next link. Okay, it could be the next link. All right, current price just about 2,000. That's pretty cheap, man. That's pretty cheap. That's not even like what, 3 cents, right? That's what, that's not 3 cents, but like 16 cents, something like that, right? 18 cents, 20 cents, whatever. So, but 2,000 is pretty cheap, right? So it's cheaper than XRP though, right? So next one, it is going to be request. Very successful call, entry 140. It was looking for 600. We didn't quite hit 600, right? But you know, when you take it from 140, you close like 50% of your position, you're still good, you're still in profit. We can try to double top just about like a 550 range, all right? So over the next few days. But support area to pay attention to over the next few days is going to be 300. We don't want to break 300, otherwise we might be dropping back down to retest like 200 range, right? So let's just keep that in mind, right? But we called it back in June. Okay, one of our top, you know, top coin to buy back in June, right? RCL Oaxr give us a beautiful setup. You know, I was like, look for this retest when it was right there, April, right? No, April, I was like, we could drop down here, right? But this coin did something crazy. It just did not respect market condition. It just, I mean, it did respect it. It's just, it all depends how you look at it, right? If you're looking at it in wave analysis, impulse, correction, impulse, correction, and then you're gonna get another impulse. So if you look at it that way, but if you like to play trend line, you're gonna miss the pump because it's not gonna retest the low, right? So it is still a good hold, right? It is still a good hold. Double tap, it's still a good hold, right? As long as we don't break the daily 3-day 100 EMA, which move very slow, so you got enough time to you know, get out, right? But if you pay attention only to your daily, you might be like, you might be panicking as soon as we close below it, but just give it some time, right? Give it some time. Yeah, I did cover MTL. What do you mean I didn't cover MTL? I did cover MTL. I did cover MTL. Oh, I didn't. I might not cover MTL. Because MTL is one of my top coins, so I would have basically get excited about it. Why am I looking at MTL Bittrex? Binance, right? So MTL, looking at I was looking for this 3300 to 35. We hit 3300, right? I don't know why I got this thing so far out there. 33 is right there. Okay, we hit 33. Entry was 2900. Was just looking for a short-term trade, right? Like, you know, we got that. So it is still bullish on a lower degree. I don't have time to show you. Let me show you on the 6 hour. On the 6 hour, still looking very good. Okay, looking very good. You can see we can still pump further, right? I wouldn't worry about too much about even like 35 now. The correction is good enough. We got this drop, so let's see if like we can try to force it, dump back, retest it, and then go back up. So just gotta be patient with it, especially when BC is above 11.7, 11.8. You gotta be patient with this one. It can move very slow, right? But lower degree looks good. Higher time frame looks very good. Rock bottom, right? Rock bottom. Look at it, man. That's the very bottom, 2900. Man, that's a 3-day chart. It looks like a 6 hour time frame. So 2900 was like the very almost very bottom. The bottom is 28. Like we entered right now at 29. Still a very good hold, just like Komodo. Just like Komodo, right? Just like Komodo. One of the few coins at the very bottom, right? Remember that, Komodo. Komodo is very juicy, man. Like, man, I wish I can. So I gotta speed up, right? Let's see. Okay, I think I'm using the wrong thanks for letting me know. I missed Komodo. I missed MTL. So somebody's watching later on gonna be like, man, where's MTL? So I think, guys, we talked about RDN. So RDN, we already talked about it. REN, we already talked about it. Request, we already talked about it. Raven, that's the next one. That's the most undervalued coin right now in the entire crypto space, okay? And the one we just talked about too, right? MTL, right? Rock bottom. Okay, I said it buy all the way down to 160 when Raven was even like 250. Okay, so we dipped down, looking very good. Now cleanly above the 21 EMA. So starting to be bullish now, right? So next level to look for 275 to 300 range. Still good. Okay, another 50% more. Very good hold, right? But they got hacked recently. So I don't know how it is going to affect the price. So let's see. All right. Next one going to be SC, coin. Okay. Beautiful correction, right? It is just ready to go. Okay. It is just ready to blast off. Okay. I got a short-term trade for it. Looking for 33 to 35 from this range of 27, 28. Now it doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot. Okay, if you look at it, you're looking for a 20% move, right? So just a short-term trade, right? So some of these alt you can even leverage them on, like, on Binance, right? So let's say you like to leverage alt, which is very aggressive, right? So you're looking for 20% move. Even a 2x leverage gonna give you 40% of your holding, right? So that's why sometimes the 10%, 20% moves are pretty healthy, pretty good to take. You bought 1 Ether in Loom. Man, hopefully Loom is not gonna disappoint me. But hey guys, all my altcoins, the one I basically like keep talking about, right? They did well. I mean, you can go back and watch, when I was talking about AGI, okay, when I was talking about Algo, I even send it like free in our basically public Telegram group, Algo, right? But RDN just sent it last night, right? Storage, PIVX, and when PIVX pump, you guys are going to get amazed. It's going to pump so hard, right? So let's just wait for the PIVX pump, because you cannot hold all the coins. So that's why sometimes I share, because you might want to buy one coin, but you don't have all the BTC in the world to buy everything, right? So and so that's why sometimes I share, right? So let's move on to Sky coin. Sky is in accumulation, right? This range is very accumulative, so it is looking to blast off if we close above like 57, right? 5,700 to like 5,900, right? Let's say 6,000 area, okay? And then we're going to be looking for 1,300. So we just need to also, if like a close above 8,000, might be like, you might be like, oh, it's done. No, it's not done. It is just starting. Okay, it is just starting. So Sky looks very, very good, very promising, right? I don't know why my thing changed. Okay, next one going to be, I don't know why I got Iceman in here. I was drawing Iceman right there in the chart. So that's SNLGS, right? SNLGS, we talked about it last time. We were looking for this short-term trade up to like 97.105. It's not there yet on the 6 hour, but it is at the rock bottom based on trend line. So buying it right now is basically buying it at the very bottom. When it back in June, I was like, don't touch it. It already retested June prices. So if it moves, it's gonna move very fast. It's not going to be moving around. Okay, it already pumped, came back down. It knows how to go to the moon. All right, already got the map. Got the it already got the structure to move like to the upside, right? So right there, okay, looks very good. But short-term trade, just about like this range of 105 to 97. So entry was just about this area of 77. That was my own personal analysis, right? Did not send. I did share with you guys on a couple of days ago also, right? Next one, SONT SNOM, right? So nice chart, gotta be patient with it, right? It can surprise you, or it can basically pump and give you a very boring bull flag, right? Just like QDOM. Okay, I talked about QDOM. Algo, when QDOM first pumped, I was excited. It pumped to target like, I think like 27,000, right? And dropped back down to 22, and I was like, okay, let's just hold on to it. It looks very good because QDOM we entered at 18,000 anyway, so no need to be panicking. But this one gonna be pumping anyway, so chart looks very good, just like DOCK also, right? When I was talking about DOCK, even Algo chart was the same thing back then when I first gave you guys what target for Algo, right? Remember Algo was like 2,500, right? That was back then. Algo was making this move right there, right? And then Algo after then it dumped down to like 2,200 and then pumped to 37, right? Our target, the first target I sent you, right? When it was like 2,500, and then dump right back down to 22, right? And then now take a look at Algo. It's at 6,000. So if you don't know what's going on, you're gonna be panicking whenever Algo pump, dump, pump, dump, and all that good stuff, right? So I mean, SNOM is looking good. So I don't have any though, but you know, if I can get some, I'm definitely gonna be holding it, right? Because targets look very juicy. Like it's 100% move, right? It can go higher even. Because I really don't care about the project, right? I really care about like the sats. That's all I care about, right? Thanks a lot, K4. Yeah, I mean, it used to happen. It used to basically happen to me too. Like, you know, jumping in and out. That's why sometimes I get very tired, to be honest with you. Like knowing all the coins myself, like, and looking at the chart, they're all pumping, and you cannot buy all of them. So, so I used to get pissed sometimes too, because I cannot hold like 100 coins, right? But like for instance, I know SNM right now is very bullish, but I can't buy it because, you know, I'm loaded. Okay, I'm loaded somewhere else, right? And I'm not willing to let go, right? So so that's why I'm sharing. So if you like it, great. If you don't, you just let it go. Let it go. But it looks good, very, very good. So I check it. Obviously, if I can get some of it, right? Because the goal is for the price to move, right? 50% of, you know, your money is 50%, okay? 30% is 30%, 20% is 20%, right? So whether it moves 20%, you know, or 30%, right? Whatever your target is just a percentage gain. That's all. So that's why sometimes I try not to care about a project, right? So just trying to get the move. Trying to get the move. Hey guys, I'm starting to get tired now. Let's see if I can make it to the end. I'm starting to get tired. So let's see if I can make it to the end. Okay, I just drank some coffee, so let's see. Oh man, so I don't want to analyze this one. Okay, this one is just, it just basically broke, double tap, right? Bang, retest it. It has multiple double tap right there, just like Pearl. I just showed you Pearl, right, at 500. Look at this sucker right there. It's like broke like, I think like 11,000, 12,000, and right now it's like 30,000. SOL. I wasn't even paying attention to it because some coins I don't pay attention to them, right? Not all of them, because, you know, but it looks very good. It is a good hold, right? Steam is still a good hold. Is it at the rock? It is at the very, very bottom. For, you know, right now it is at the very bottom based on trend lines, right? So a very good hold for Steam. Okay, let's just try to get above 20 on EMA, but Steam doesn't give you a chance. It just pumps sometime, right? You know, it just when it dropped like in this range, you can see like it just give us like a, let's see, on a 3-day basis, give us a 100% move. So it can pump at any given time right now, right? Any given time, right? Any given time you can get a 80% move from you know, Steam. Yeah, like right now I'm being patient with PHB, right? So that sucker is making me very mad sometimes. But you gotta be patient, right? So the mistake I made was like it pumped to like, I saw it at 37, right? And was just waiting until it hit like 40, right? I jumped in at 40 and it pumped to 55. Market was dumping and I was trying to be a strong bear. Okay, I'm gonna hold it, right? I'm gonna hold it. And it dumped all the way down to 32. It was very painful, right? So, you know, 55 to 32 is almost like what, you know, over 30% drop, right? Or even more, right? It was very painful. So now it is back at 40, my entry, but it doesn't want to pump above 10%. Everything is pumping. Every other calls, waves, R&D, all of them. But PHB, I'm like, I have to suck it up, okay? You're the only one not moving, so it's okay, right? So storage, okay, storage, we give it to you guys. I already talked about storage, so no need to go back and talk about it. So if you already in our public Telegram group, we talked about storage last night. When storage was like 1900, we said time to buy it. You take a look at it in terms of trend line. We got the 3-way move, buy below 2000. It dropped all the way down to 1500. If we tell you to buy something at 2000 and it dropped down to 1400, that's a strong buy. I don't have to repeat it. That's why I didn't want to repeat anything till we basically get a breakout. So we got a good breakout, not yet at 2700, but it is still a good buy, right? It is still a good hold, right? Good hold. STPT sound like a BTCPT. So we got somebody in our group, I think Kerwin, right, was liking STPT, got in like 160. I was like, okay, we can get a nice move right there to 190 to 200 range. We did that, double tapping, breaking above this 217. I was like, if we break 217, we don't have any other resistance, okay? It's just gonna be mooning, okay? Just gonna go to the moon, okay? So let's just keep that in mind. We might not get the breakout right now. We might not get the breakout right now. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, sentence, right? So I'm just gonna take a look at King XRP and I'm gonna take a break, and we're just gonna take a break from my STPT, right? Because it's easy to remember, because I know Kerwin bought it at 160, right, but could not hold on to it. So he's like, oh, I'm putting my stop loss. I put my stop loss too close to the price, and I was like, don't put your stop loss right there. Just put it at, you know, at 160 and sit tight, because if we break 217, you could just hold it all the way up to basically like 400 or something like that, right? That's very possible. But next maximum resistance is like 345, right? So, but it could basically also give us another reaccumulation in this range and do this. So be mindful about that, right? But the takeaway is like we need to break above 217, right? 217. 217. I'm going to take a look at XRP and we're going to move on, right? And then tomorrow we're going to start with STPT, right? So XRP is mooning. XRP is not mooning. BTC is mooning. So XRP is not doing anything. Take a look at XRP, still in the channel, right? In this channel. So hopefully it's not going to do like Litecoin channel. You know, that's why you got to be cautious. That's why I'm saying XRP USD, right, has to close above 28 cents before end of the month. Otherwise, you see Litecoin, Raven, right? They all down here. XRP could do this like till next year, right? We got a target of 35, but I think the dollar value of XRP right now is what is basically what's important. But XRP BTC, you know, you got to be able to break this area of 27, right? So you might be saying like, oh, that's impossible, but guys, I'm telling you, last year when XRP was right there, 4,000, I was like, next level to look for is like 2,000. And as soon as we break 2,000, I'm like, we don't have any other choice but to look down, all the way down to 1,000, right? So don't minimize it. We got May, June prices right around like 5,000, right? It means if we pump to 5,000, XRP going to be at 50 cents. And if BC pumps to 20K, XRP going to go back to $1. But let's be mindful about this move, okay? Okay, I'm not calling it right now, but I'm watching it. I'm watching it, okay? I'm watching it. So I also showed you XRP quarterly chart, right? Let's take a look at XRP quarterly chart before we call it a day. So XRP quarterly chart, and we're gonna call it a day. XTZ dumping? No, it's not dumping. I think it's just about. So XRP looks bullish, right? On, I think we talked about it yesterday, and I was like, this drop right there, don't worry about it too much. Okay, it's gonna pull back. Okay, it's gonna pull back. Take a look at it on the daily. I think we were doing this, right? And I was like, that's just a pullback. That's just a pullback. So we got this pullback. We can get this move, and then we can get this move, and then pump, and then get this correction. That's one possibility before we talk about the other move. Or we can just drop, get this move, get this WXY correction, W, X, and Y, and then pump, just like the WXY correction we got right there. I was very patient with this move. One, we got WX, and then we got Y. You see, and I talk about it in my premium group, and I was like, I'm not interested about XRP until we break above where the weekly 211 EMA. And all you guys knew it. Like I told you, above the weekly 211 EMA, XRP is a long all the way up to. It wasn't even a secret. I'll give you guys a target, right? 29 to 31. We hit 29 to 31. I'm not interested about XRP right now, right? I want to see a correction. Okay, the correction might not be complex, right? However, if we break this area, we can give it a shot, right? If we break 33, 34, we can give it a shot. But as of now, okay, BTC might not even be breaking. Looking at XRP, BTC might not even be breaking out. Looking at XRP right now, okay, XRP could do this and still do this. Okay, so BTC can retest 12K and still dump down. Okay, so we don't know which one it is going to do. We really don't know, but we can speculate, right? We can speculate. We can do this, right, and do that, right? But since like we got a big breakout, right? Let's just say it is just going to give us a flat correction, right, like this, and then pump. So we might not be dropping down like to 23 and so on. So because we got to wait for this moving average right there. Okay, otherwise if we just pump now without waiting for this moving average to get closer to the price, it could crash massively. Okay, it could crash massively, right? Okay, it doesn't have to retest like the 100 EMA. We don't have to retest it. You know, price can just do this, right, but the crash could be very severe. Okay, it could drop all the way down just to retest the daily 100 EMA. Okay, daily 100 EMA, just like VChain. We talked about VChain when VChain was pumping very hard, right? And I was like, it's gonna pull back down at least to 150. It dropped all the way down to 130, 140, right? So, and if you waited enough, you would have bought VChain at 150, and Zilliqa also, right? We talked about all of that good stuff. So it's not bearish so far. It's just corrective, right? Just corrective. Give it time. So now let's take a look at XRP quarterly chart, right? If we talk about the monthly, let's talk about the monthly first. So monthly chart, we got a beautiful monthly close, beautiful like top to bottom, nothing to say about it. But this month of August, we got to be able to close above 28. That's it. If XRP cannot do it, I'm not going to be that bullish. Okay, if we close like 20, even like 27.99, right? So you know, we got to be able to close above 28, right? That should be the easiest thing, and we could be bullish. Take a look at the quarterly chart, right? Quarterly chart, that's the first, you know, bullish quarterly chart, right? We've seen from XRP since like the very bottom, so it is pretty significant, right? So one thing we just have to do now, try to close at the same time above 26. Okay, 26 to 28 going to be very important, which is like the 21 EMA right there, and at the same time retest at 50% of this week. So nothing to say about XRP right now. Okay, nothing to say. XRP looks very good, man. Looks very good for now, but just have to basically do the hardest thing, which is like try to close above 28. You're looking good, but prove us right. Okay, you know, prove us right, not wrong. Okay, we want you to pump. We want you to pump, but do the easiest thing. Okay, do the easiest thing. Do the easiest thing. So it looks good, man. It looks good. Because if we break to the downside, we don't have any other support. We don't have any. Going to be like almost 2 cents to 5 cents, right? So have any other support on the quarterly time frame. That's a higher time frame. All right, guys. I think we nailed it, right? Tomorrow we're gonna start off. We're gonna basically start at STPT. STPT. Okay, BTC 11.7. Let's see. Look at BTC quarterly chart, right? Also, like, so this quarter BTC gonna try to close above 10.5. So that's the first time we're gonna be closing above 10.5 since like 11K, actually 11.5, since like the 20K on quarterly basis, right? Pretty significant. Pretty significant. Let's just remove all this nonsense, right? Do this. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, man. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. We're gonna continue tomorrow from STPT all the way down to 0x. So because it is alt season, so it is not easy to. It's not gonna be easy to do it like in one live stream, because alt pumping so much. Let's take a look at daily. Yeah, it is just a pullback. It is just a pullback as of now. It is just a pullback. It is just a pullback. Let's take a look at 12 hour. It is just a pullback. So if you're bullish and you started long, you might be panicking now. But if you're panicking, you still got to support at 100 EMA, right? Especially if you're long. I don't have any position right now. I don't have any position. This is impulse. This is three-way move so far. So let's wait over the next couple of days, especially tomorrow going to be Friday. CME going to be closing, right? CME going to close on Friday, right? So market volatility can change, okay? We can easily get a dump, okay, or even a pump, and then by Sunday or Monday come back retest it. So let's be cautious in this range. Okay, be cautious in this range. Be cautious in this range. Yep. So if you take a look at it, I think 11,850 is 0.786. You're gonna be like, Sen, you say you're gonna go 11,876 because it's 0.786, right? Exactly right there. So exactly right there. Exactly. So just look for the if you're bearish, look for this move right there. Look for this move right there. 11.3. Okay. If you're bullish, you know, just put a stop loss. Right. That's it. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, man. I'll talk to you guys later.